Hey, it's me, GV. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. In the last episode, we finished all of our business with all of the tasks that the think tank has given us. Actually, one thing I didn't realize and totally forgot about was that the satellite we got in the last episode is a weapon, only in this game. Yeah, the X2 antenna is a weapon. Effects, EMP, bonus damage versus robots, power, armor. Yeah, so it's got the same effect as the proton axe, which we have over here. We're actually going to switch it to the proton axe, or switch it with the proton axe for now, just so I can show you guys what it looks like. There we go. We're wielding an X2 antenna as a weapon. Isn't that cool? Yeah, just one of the zany little things in this DLC. Alright, so, yeah, why don't we use that, actually, because I just realized the whole reason we're using the proton axe is to do extra damage to the Robo-Scorpions, and now we have the same thing. Alright, so we have all three items. We have the stealth suit, as you can see there. We also have the antenna, as you can see there. And we have the sonic emitter gun, which should be up here. I think like I said, I think we needed to get a frequency, and we got that. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to the think tank. I just want to switch out to my Gobi rifle. So let's head back into the think tank and see what they all have to say. Now, I don't remember how long this DLC was. Yet again, I must inform you guys that I've only played through these DLCs one time each. So, yeah, it's hard for me to remember what happens, but I think we might be getting close to the end of the story in this DLC. However, we definitely are going to be doing some more exploring in this DLC, because there's a lot of stuff in this one. Like I said, it's my favorite one, so I don't want to just end it now. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk to, what, this guy right here? Dr. Klein, yes.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
And I have them, as you have indicated. Science 70, I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank had to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
So this is one of those things where I have to think if you guys would want me to talk to these people or not. But based on how long the dialogue is in this DLC, I'm going to assume most of you want me to just continue. Hopefully I'm not wrong in that aspect. I do know there are people that would like me to explore pretty much every dialogue option available. But for the sake of the Let's Play, I've recovered all the technological information.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
So, genius. No, Arizona wouldn't say that. Do these technologies have the information you need?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes, what?
No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
Do you even know what these technologies do, Dr. Klein?
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me, a bit. I'll figure it out.
Okay, so we have quite a lot here. Let's just go with the highest ones. The antenna, any chance it was damaged or broke the X2 array once removed?
So you're saying it's the X2 array, not the antenna I should be examining? That was most likely my plan, yes. Let me check something. Of course, I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open. And now, Mobius will get his.
Don't these items seem more biologically focused than that, though?
Biological? Ridiculous. I mean, technically, these items could all be used to put you back together once you had your brain. But for now, they can be used in the name of aggression. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Okay. Looks like we are pretty close to the end of this DLC. At least the story. Like I said, you know, you guys know. I'm going to be doing some exploring, probably getting the majority, if not all, of the Sync personalities, just because I really like that aspect of this DLC. Let's take a look at our Pip-Boy. Let's see what we got going on. Old World Blues, travel to the Forbidden Zone Dome. Okay, then, let's go to the Big Mountain. I got the elevator to the Big Mountain.
Time to
Come
fight.
on, man. Every time with these freaking Robo-Scorpions. I know you guys probably want to see me fight them, but honestly, if it just comes to Robo-Scorpions or Rad Scorpions or any type of Scorpion in this game, I would much rather run. Not because I'm scared, not because I think I'm going to die. Oh my god, there's a lobotomite too. Just because they take so long to kill. So long to kill, and it's not worth the... Oh, Jesus, what is this, a gang of lobotomites? Like lobotomites, I'm totally down with fighting. Although this guy has a gun, which is not good. We need our stim packs. We need our stim packs for the final fight. I don't know. I'd much rather skip these couple of fights. I want to get the drop on them. That's the thing. I want to have the drop on them with my sneak suit and my sniper rifle. If I just run into a whole pack and they're, you know, chipping off my health or something, I don't want to fight that. And if it's Robo-Scorpions, I just don't want to fight that at all. Trust me, we're going to be fighting Robo-Scorpions enough when we get to Mobius's lair. But, man, this DLC has placed enemies, like, sporadically all over the place. Like, I think they could have toned it down just a little bit. Alright, let's see where the Forbidden Dome Zone is. Looks like, as with every other location in this DLC, we can't travel any closer. We're going to need to walk there. And I will see you guys there. Alright. So let's actually document our journey to the Forbidden Zone Dome, if this robot ever stops interrupting me. I shouldn't say robot, I mean it's more like an AI. So you see all these weird looking crystals? There's actually an Easter egg, and I'm not going to it. What? What in the world? Okay. Random mine there. I'm not going to attempt to find it just because I have no clue where it's going to be. But basically, since all those look like gems and stuff, something dwarves would mine. You can find like 7 little dwarves, like the gnomes item.
This one looks pretty tough.
So it's like, you know, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. There's an Easter egg somewhere around here, but again, I have no clue where it is. All right, so are we supposed to go in there? That looks like where we want to go. Yeah, looks like indeed that's where we want to go. Looks like we're gonna have to fight these scorpions, which is great. I mean, we could also use the stealth boy we have. You know what? That's what I'm going to use. I mean, we have a stealth suit. I'm going to justify it like this. We have the stealth suit, and the whole point of having this stealth suit, as Dr. Klein said, was to sneak in past the door, whatever, that we're not supposed to be able to open. And so we will utilize stealth. Although, of course, we're in caution already, even with this freaking stealth suit and a stealth boy.
This one looks pretty tough.
I don't think these things are going to be able to notice me, so we'll just walk right past them. Hello, boys. Continue on your way. Goodbye. But yeah, I always thought it was so odd that they made these gems just like straight up gems, like out of a fantasy game or something. Like, look at those. How do those naturally exist?
Fighting over.
But yeah, 7 dwarves Easter egg somewhere around here. Okay, this is definitely where we want to go. This is Dr. Mobius's base. Forbidden Zone Dome. You know what? I think the Easter egg is right over here, actually. I don't want the stealth boy to wear off, but I just want to quickly look. I think if you were to continue in that direction, it would be over there somewhere. Alright, so let's go through here, though. Door to X42 Robo Warfare Facility. What an appropriate facility for Dr. Mobius to be holding out in Robo-warfare. So something tells me we're going to have to fight more than enough Robo-Scorpions, as I was mentioning. Okay. So, I thought there was a bit of things to do before you actually got to this, but obviously we have a boss fight, which doesn't usually happen in Fallout games, which is awesome, because I love boss fights, against a giant Robo-Scorpion. We also have Radix and a radiation suit. He was saying, equip your Radix now, so it looks like this thing's going to be doing a lot of... Really? Okay, tried to force lock that 85% chance, and it didn't work. What else is new? So yeah, we'll stay in sneak for as long as possible. Drone control terminal, alright. Now what sucks is that I remember this was difficult when I played this on very easy. So obviously since we're on normal, this is gonna be pretty hard. X-42 giant Robo-Scorpion test log. Maybe this is gonna give us some insight into how we can damage this. The Saturnite armor plating on the giant Robo-Scorpion has exceeded expectations mostly. While it's virtually impervious to small arms fire, not good because that's most of what we have, the sonic emitter that Parsons brought in managed to fry several of the prototype subsystems. We do have that though. We'll have to look into improved EMP shielding for the next prototype. On a more positive note, the prototype's new atomic laser is performing admirably. Admirably. Some residual radiation is left behind after the weapon discharges. It may be necessary to requisition more radiation suits and meds as a precaution. So that's what we're going to need the radiation protection for. Target drone effectiveness log. The constant improvements to the giant Robo-Scorpion has rendered the Protectron models we've been using as hostile communist forces largely ineffective. At this stage, they're little more than distractions, so it looks like we can use those to our advantage to distract it, sort of get the aggro off of us, much like a Dark Souls fight. By the way, Dark Souls! We're doing a Let's Play of that over on Vanasaur. Go check it out. It's going to be awesome. Activate target drones. Before we do that, let's just take a quick look. Looks like we're going to want to use all of these little shelters for cover pretty much, and we probably also want to save the game, although... It probably, okay, if it force lock, if the lock breaks when I force lock this again, that's gonna be insane. Good. Finally, we're getting some luck here. Take that, we'll take that. Alright, so yeah, what I was saying was it looks like we're gonna want to use these metal boxes for shelter. Let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? Activate target drones, powering up drones. Okay, so I think we'll just go ahead and waste... Yeah, that's not good. A full magazine of Lucky didn't even take one tick off of it. This is gonna be hard. Maybe we should just go for the tail first and like hope to cripple it or something. Yeah, see, a full thing of that is saying that it's going to do one tick of health. And it didn't even do that. Luckily... I have equipped Thump Thump. Also, luckily, this thing is not even attacking me yet. Let's see what this does. Okay, that did like one tick. Not bad. Now, I think when I did this for the first time, I just attacked it until it died pretty much. But there might be some other ways to do this. So let's just quickly run through these and see if there's anything that we can use. Yeah, it's giving us a lot of energy weapons ammo, which is not good because it kind of sounds like it wants us to use energy weapons. That would make sense. You know what? We do have the layer, I just realized. Can we activate this? Somehow we can't activate that. Okay, let's just run through this. This is cool, though, because I didn't do it like this the first time. Like I said, I think I just ran into it and killed it because it was on very easy. But for this one, we have to actually do stuff, which is interesting. So turret, terminal here, which is really good. How many words do we have? So we have a pretty good chance of activating this, but yeah. So it's one of these two, but I obviously don't want to lock myself out of this. And I'm also not seeing any... Maybe we can figure this out. Station, 2 out of 9. Okay, so... It has to be this one. Yeah. Alright. That works. Now that's going to activate these turrets to give us some more DPS. There we go. Cool. Alright, let's open this desk. Nothing in there. Sunset Sarsaparilla we will take. Don't need buff out. There are some grenades back here, but we don't need those. Let's open that. Are they pulse grenades? They are. Alright, so we'll take that. How about this footlocker? Anything in here? Okay, good. Let's keep moving. Can we jump in here? No, we cannot. But I noticed that it does want us to use this to evaporate that force field. Now we have another terminal. Emergency shutdown terminal. Oh! Looks like we have an ace up the sleeve here. Very hard. We do have 100 science, so this is not going to stop us. But that is a lot of words. Let's just hope that we're lucky. Let's actually do this smart and look for any of these. Although I'm not seeing a lot. Not seeing a lot at all. Nope. Alright, let's just go ahead and get started. How about disappearing? 1 out of 12, so it's got to be vastly different from that. Maybe this. 3 out of 12. Okay. Infiltration. Okay, that was super lucky. And it sounds like this is just going to shut off the Robo-Scorpion. Emergency shutdown procedure log. Per instructions from the higher-ups, after that one time the giant Robo-Scorpion's attack routine malfunctioned, we've installed an emergency shutdown procedure. Let's hope we never have to use it. The prototype systems will be all fried. Will all be fried, and we won't be up and running again for weeks. The military is expecting delivery of a battle-ready model within 6 months, and the project has already had enough delays. Initiate emergency shutdown.
Is this thing on? Doctor Mobius. We're initiating some kind of emergency test shutdown. In 5, 4, the emergency overload is initiating.
Yes! Wow, I did not think it would be that easy.
You're my best friend forever.
You too, sneak suit. Alright, so looks like this thing's still active, but we're not going to be able to mess with it at all. So before we end this episode, let's just quickly run through all of the other buildings and see if there's any other little secrets or treats or anything that we want to get our hands on. Because I don't want to initiate conversation with Doctor Mobius in this episode, because something tells me it's going to be quite a while, just like when we first entered Big Mountain. So hopefully you guys understand that. Let's open that. Let's open this. A lot of ammo we are getting, which is pretty nice. We could have also used the LAER weapon, as I was saying, in conjunction with the Protectrons and the turrets. That could have been another way, but I don't even think I knew that emergency shutdown thing existed. Like I said, I think I just ran here and killed it, but that was on very easy. Obviously not something we could do on this difficulty. Okay, we have a holotape here. Mobius Robo-Scorpion. We have binoculars. Okay, you have found a recalibration file for the sonic emitter. Take it to the jukebox in the sink to recalibrate the sonic emitter for new effects. Cool. Whole lot of 357 ammo, which is really nice. What weapon do we have in our hand? Oh, I saw a lot of ammo for it, and I was like, oh, so hopefully it's lucky again. We got all our ammo back. And indeed, no, it's for this useless piece of crap gun. Not useless, but this gun is by far more situated towards utility, like this, than actual damage. Then again, we don't have any energy weapons. We have another LAER. Oh. Is that, like, not a unique weapon? I thought it was a unique weapon. Interesting. Well, let's repair it. Because we don't need two, that's for sure. Alright, and let's see. We did not go in that building. And this is where all the Protectrons spawned. Actually, a couple of ammo cases here as well. Let's take those. And let's force lock that. Alright, moving forward. That would really suck if that thing just came alive again. Where did we come? So we went in there. We did not go in that one. We did not go in that one. We did not go into the one that still had the force field. Yeah, we were in here. So let's go in this one first. We have another footlocker. Footlockers usually have a lot of great stuff, especially this time with the duct tape. Come on, be better than your counterpart. A little better, I'll give you that. Alright, let's actually take all of those. I don't think we want anything in here. Let's jump over here. Use this on this. We have another terminal. Power regulation terminal. Backup generator log. The new atomic laser is putting out an incredible strain on the giant Roboscorpion's generator. Damn thing shut down right in the middle of weapons testing last week. I pushed for reducing the laser's output by 25%. Instead, they slapped a backup generator onto the Scorpion. Dangerous, if you ask me. The systems weren't designed to handle the power from 2 systems at once, and if some rookie tech fires up the backup generator too early, well... And then we could have done that as well. So I guess there's 2 ways. Although that doesn't sound like it just outright kills it. Maybe it does, because there was actually no password on that. So something tells me that would have just made the fight a lot easier, but it wouldn't have just outright killed it like you are able to do if you have 100 science. Okay, so we went up that one, so this is the final room, and then we will end the episode. Anything protected by a force field has to have something of importance. Getting a lot of doctors back. I didn't mean to take that steady, but oh well. Alright, a couple more rataways here, and another medical supplies. Okay, they're called something different, right? Because I could have swore one said first aid something, right? So maybe that's the source of all my confusion with those damn boxes. And we have a proton, we have 4 proton throwing axes, which I've had before, basically. They're exactly what they sound like. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, we're going to end the episode here. We have successfully defeated the Rat Scorpion using the power of science. How appropriate for this DLC. Thanks for watching. And in the next one, sounds like we will end the story. But as I've said, we will do some more exploring before we end this DLC overall. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.